I do this a lot. I have like this very sweet neighbor downstairs, and like every time we meet, like no beef, but like I say hi, and he does this smile, like every single time.
Somi Lynda, or @driplist, her handle, moved from Nigeria to the Netherlands a couple of years ago. She uses surprising situations she finds herself in her new country of residence to make TikTok videos. Using the platform's format and tools, she shows Dutch habits and aspects of the culture that natives might not even realize they participate in. These kinds of videos, where people explain the culture and daily lives of the new countries they move to, really seem to be a genre that developed on TikTok. For example, there's this American mom who lives in the UK now that went viral a couple of times internationally. And here in the Netherlands, there are actually a number of popular creators, all from different countries, reflecting back the Dutch lifestyle and mannerisms to what seems a mainly Dutch audience. There were already YouTube videos on this experience, but definitely not as catchy and snappy, and perhaps not as funny as the ones we've seen emerge on TikTok in the past couple of years. Somi posts as good as daily. Sometimes she'll skip a day, or sometimes she'll post multiple videos on the same day. Her videos are humorous, usually having some sort of punchline or payoff at the end. Frequently, Somi uses sounds that are already circulating on the platform to film new narratives too. She sometimes does short little plays or sketches in which she herself dresses up as multiple characters. Also, she is a regular user of the green screen video effect to project different surroundings into the backgrounds of her videos. Everyone, here is Somi Lynda.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much for this amazing opportunity as well. Yes, my name is Somi Lynda, and I think Chef did a very amazing job of introducing me. Moved to the Netherlands and experienced so many, dramatic situations, amazing ones as well, and lots of things that definitely shocked me. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna share. So that's how this TikTok happened. This is how, the whole TikTok thing happened, also with the pandemic and everything. But yes, and I'm here today.
Yeah, maybe we can talk about the setup a bit. We have
Yes.
your iPhone here hooked up to the screen. So this is like your main content creation device, and we have the tripod that you sometimes use.
It is.
So let's just, I'm gonna start the recording here. Yeah, let's just dive in. What is your content routine?
So basically, what you could see here is basically this 15-euro tripod that I use with my iPhone 10, hooked up to it, and that's it. I have a camera, but trust me, you could also create content with just the most basic things you could find out there. So my genre of TikTok is mostly, I like to keep it humorous, relatable, and also I throw in a bit of educational content from time to time, because I do also have quite a lot of internationals watching me as well and trying to learn about the Netherlands or life in the Netherlands in general. So before I dive in, I just wanted to quickly touch upon a few things that I always take into consideration in my videos. So I try to keep 3 R's at the back of my mind whenever I want to make a video. So I start off with relevance. I need to make sure that it's very relevant to my niche. So one thing about creating content is that as humans, we feel like we can do everything. That is something that you're always going to be drawn to do. I could do this, but stick to your niche. You've probably heard this a lot, but stick to your niche. Think about the relevance. Is this relevant to my audience? If not, save it somewhere or just skip it. So I always think about the relevance, and then also real time. So there's certain content that would only work if it is shot in real time. And I always keep that at the back of my mind, because I could use a green screen to kind of show, but if it happens there and then and I capture the moment, then people always people immediately get triggered and be like, oh, wait, I relate, So my last R, relatability. I need people to relate, because like I said, like I mostly share my life in the Netherlands, so I need people to also like relate and be like, oh wait, this, you know, sounds familiar, or I do recall something like this also happening to me as well. So yeah, those 3 R's, and then what do I use? This, and also I do have a Google Doc where I write down a lot of stuff. So I could just be, you know, hanging out with my friends, or even right now, I could just be here and then I'm like, wait, this would be very good content, but I cannot make it right now. So I just write it down like in my Google Doc as, you know, as a draft. I do also have a ton of drafts on my TikTok. I think I currently have
We can see it now. It's
yes.
179 at the moment.
I do have 179 draft content. And so sometimes I just come across like a very familiar sound, or like a sound I'm like, wait, this is gonna do very well. And I make the video, but I don't have like something to go with it yet. So I'm like, I'm just gonna save this. Who knows, like something is gonna come up. And yeah, sometimes I make a video and I'm like, I could do better. So I just save the draft and wait for that time, more or less.
Would you be able to show an example, you think? Is that okay?
Of the draft, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Let's see. So I did have this one. You can't hear the sound, but this is like a very popular sound on TikTok right now. If you're very familiar with TikTok, so there's this sound. It's like, it goes like, let me talk to him, and then it mentions like a couple of things. People that use the sound mostly use this like for relationship. They're like, oh, I found the perfect guy. He's tall. He's, you know, he knows how to drive this. And then maybe the last punchline might be like, he doesn't know how to dress. And they're like, nah. So like, I wanted to use the sound, but then for my own audience. So back to relevance. So I found the perfect apartment in Amsterdam. It looks nice, right? Like I have a canal view, but then maybe the price is like 2,000 euros, which is like no deal. So yeah, that's like one example of a draft. Let me quickly open up another one. Well, I remember my password. Okay. I did have this one. So I'm guessing a lot of us here have watched Squid Games. If you haven't, please do watch it. It's amazing. So this...
There's the sound.
So yeah, this was also related to Squid Games. This is a mess right now because like my mind was going like all over the place. Like I had so many things that could work, but I was like, that's why it's a draft. It's meant to be a mess. So yeah, this sound is actually doing very well at the moment because also it is kind of like attached to the very popular Netflix film series, Squid Games. You know, like the shooting scenes and like people falling and dropping, but like in a song version. So yeah.
And then what would you change about this draft if you were to make it into an actual post?
So I think for this, if I would make this into an actual post, I need to like fix all that text because this is a mess. I still don't have like the right text that I'm like, yes, this is it. So that's why it's still a draft as well. And then I still have a bunch of text all over it. But once it gets to me, I'm like, yes, this is it. So.
But then we're going to keep like this video on this audio that's going to stay. It's just like the text, it needs to be better.
But I also need to be fast because this is going to go out of trend very soon.
Yeah, exactly. Like the audio won't be popular anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like you also need to be like really quick and, you know, kind of like stick to the trend or create the trend depending on how good you are. But yeah, I look at this video every day. That's why it's still like on top of my draft because I look at it every day. I'm like, time. This is going to go out of trend very soon. Yeah.
Maybe we can have a look at the Google Doc and then we can go discuss a couple of your TikToks. Yeah.
Let's do that. So this is what my Google Doc looks like. So I do have Yeah, I do have my Paris itinerary there as well, but okay. I have TikTok ideas, and then I have content series. So also in the future, I want to like advance more to do like a content series, because that also works really well on TikTok. Like if you have a concept that works, I would advise you to like move on to a series, like make more of it, because that's why people came and they want more. So yeah, I'm trying to like put together this whole content series. So that's why I have a separate doc for that. But my TikTok thingy, Google Doc. Yeah. So this is a lot of draft from also like way back. I just like I write there like a bunch of stuff. Like some of them I already made. Some of them, you know, I might come back to it. Like who knows? So like, yeah.
But you write in this like on the go, right? When
I write on the go.
In
like,
the bus or in the
literally.
metro or just walking the streets, and you're like, oh, this is something.
I do. So sometimes it could just be one word that clicks in my mind, and I just write that one word, because you could forget it very easy, trust me. So like it could be a whole sentence. It could be I already have like the sound saved, but then I need like that text to like go with the sound so that people know and relate. So then I just write everything down. So you would kind of like catch a lot of keywords in this text, and it has to do a lot with the Netherlands, with Dutch culture, with Dutch people, and those kind of things. So you would catch that as a recurring word here, and that kind of still goes back to relevance, because that's my audience, more or less. So once in a while, I kind of like go out of scope and do something a bit different, something fun, but then I make sure that the next post is still like, you know, drawing my audience in as well. I think also I could also take a popular trend, but then to key it in with my audience, I would make like the Amsterdam version of it or the Dutch version of it or something. So this was like I made this one yesterday actually, but this is exactly. So this, for me, like my audience wouldn't really like be interested in this, but I'm a big fan of Halloween. Like that's my favorite holiday. Like I always, whenever it's October or even September, I'm like, Halloween guys, get ready, Fright Night, Walibi, we're going, like everything. So like I really wanted to make this. So I was like, how am I gonna like draw my audience in? And
yeah, because
like,
maybe just explain, like the trend is you dress up as a spook with the glasses, just like you do.
Exactly. So like this is, you know, like kind of giving this lonely like ghost vibes and feeling and everything. But it's not, you don't really see this like in the Netherlands, right? Like Halloween is not much of a big deal here. So I wanted to do this, but to draw in like my Dutch audience as well. Like I did it like the Dutch version, me on a bike with an umbrella. Like literally, there's a picture of me holding an umbrella, and it was really windy. The umbrella turned over. Like I didn't turn it over. The wind did. That was how real it was. And then like with the Albertine bag and everything, and I had like a lot of comment being like, "Oh, Albertine." I'm like, "Yes." I even tagged Albertine. I was like, "We need to collaborate for real." So like those are like small opportunities as well. But yeah, this was like a video I really wanted to make. So it could happen as well, like as a creator, you want to like really create something. But we could also go into...
We can go into the ones I think we downloaded, right?
Yes, let's do that.
We have a number of TikToks of yours that are very like representative and nice to discuss. So let's start with the first one. Should we introduce it or just watch? Maybe just watch?
Yeah,
we'll talk about it afterwards.
Let's do that.
Come on.
So this video actually, like this was real time. Like every time I see this video, like I remember that day, everything that happened, because I literally was trying to find my bike. I always, like before I go to the gym at Central, I just leave my bike there, like in the huge parking spot with all different sorts of bikes. And every day I leave my bike, I'm like, Lord, if I come back and I find this bike, please. I'm always so scared. Like, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna come, trying to find my bike and go. I searched for my bike for literally like almost half an hour. And then I finally found it. And I was like relieved and everything. I was like, wait, this is something that almost everyone in the Netherlands could relate to, you know. So I'm here right now with all these bikes around me. I don't need a green screen. I could just shoot a video with different angles as well. So like, if you notice, like in the video, it had like different angle shots, and that was on purpose as well to show like how much bikes they were. I'm not crazy. There is like literally like a lot of bikes, so this would take a while. So yeah, relevance was definitely in this video, real time as well, and the different angle shots, which also kind of emphasized how many bikes were there. And this video did so well that I literally, like, I woke up, the next day I woke up, my phone, like, I had to, like, literally turn it off. Like, it did so well. I had so many notifications, even on Instagram. Like, one of the biggest, like, Instagram sites, PBT, I don't know if you guys know that site. Like, they took the video, they posted it. People were, they were going crazy. They were like, whoa, there's so much bikes in Amsterdam. And I was like, I know. You know? So, yeah, like, this was, like, one of the most relatable videos I've ever made. So it did really well. I was so happy. But yeah, we could go to another one.
Yeah, a few more questions actually. I was wondering, did you also edit it on the spot, or did you just like shoot the video and then at home?
So this was really easy for me to edit actually, because I knew like the angles I wanted to get.
Mm-hmm.
And all I had to do here was to make sure that I was in line with the song. So make sure that I got to the exact spot where. So this is a song from The Baby, and the part that was like, yeah, come here. That was me and my bike. I was like, yeah, that's you. Like, come, you know. That's that like feeling of relief and everything. So I had to make sure that I got that spot like right on time. So the editing was really easy. I had to shoot the video a couple of times though, but.
And also I see like over here, and I think, yeah, there are also multiple shots of you walking through the alley at the bike parking spot?
Yes.
So how did you, I assume you didn't have your tripod with you?
I definitely didn't have a tripod with me. I just had my phone, and I can't tell you how many times I've changed my, the screen protector on my phone. Because I keep dropping it and it keeps cracking, especially when I make videos like this. So I had to like hang my bike on different spots, on like bicycle, on baskets, like people's baskets, or just hook it onto like the back of a bike and pray for the best, fingers crossed. So like to get those different shots, I had to like place my phones in different weird angles. No tripod, just me and my iPhone 10.
Yes.
That's it.
It's perfect. Okay, yeah, we can go on to the next video, which is very different than this, so that's nice. Let's have a look. So how did you think to make a TikTok about this?
So this video was actually this was very deep in the pandemic actually, like no parties, nothing, like just boring, everyone at home doing pandemic stuff, whatever that is. So this, you know, like everyone, if you hear that sound, you know, like this is also like a very popular sound like in the Netherlands as well as in different parts of Europe. So basically, I just wanted to create like a very simple video of me like kind of like vibing, because yeah, we miss going to the clubs, we miss, you know, the party scene and everything. So I just wanted to like create like that vibe, and like everyone, like we're so like in the pandemic that we could dance to anything. Like we literally would go to any party, like just invite us. So that was kind of what I wanted to capture in this video. And it was so simple. I shot this video once. Like, I literally just had to like grab my mug. This is my favorite mug, by the way. If you check my TikTok, I always use this mug. But I just had to like grab my mug and, you know, go to the window. So like, I just wanted to like create like a little bit of like suspense of, you know, everyone is like, wait, what's she going to the window to do? And I was like, oh, just vibing, nothing much, just, you know. So that's just what I wanted to do. And it was so simple, but it did like so well, which also like gets you to realize that sometimes like you don't need to like build a whole manuscript to make a video. You just need to like go with the flow, and yeah, it would work like if it hits right, like with the audience as well.
So this was because the sound was popular.
The sound was also very popular as well.
So then it popped into your mind, or
yes,
yeah,
and it was just the perfect time to like drop this video because people like at this time, like I said, it was like right like in the middle of the pandemic, like everything was shut down. Like people could easily like relate. At some point, I had like a lot of comments on this video. People were like, "Oh, I thought this sound was coming from my own window." I was like, "No, that's not you." So yeah, like it was just like the perfect time as well to drop the video, and the sound was also very popular.
yeah. Because I think we also talked about this before that sometimes you kind of get the sound stuck in your head,
Yes, yes.
and then you just
I do. So like sometimes I get like, and my friends, they suffer the most because I will just sing the song 1,000,000 times. Like if I have a sound stuck in my head, I'm always like just humming to that song or like just, saying it out until like I get like the right content to go with it. So like I do that sometimes, or sometimes maybe I don't even remember where I found that song, and I just keep on like saying it or like just a few words I know though, until like I find the sound again. I'm like, yes, that's it. And I think I did have like one sound that I recently used to make a video. What was that? Oh yeah, it was the sound of me differentiating like how like when people from the Netherlands go to Belgium and then the Dutch is completely different. And I did relate because I recently was in Belgium and the Dutch was very different. I was like, you know what? I've done all my Dutch lessons and everything. Here I go to this Dutch country and then I heard something. I was like, whoa, back up, slow down. Yeah, so I had that sound in my head and I just had to use it to show like the difference of, it's called Dutch language, but yeah, there's different like accents to it as well. So
yeah, I think it's nice because I remember back when Twitter first came around, there was someone who said, if you use the app so much, you only start thinking in 140 character thoughts.
Yes.
And for you, it's almost like you have this song the whole day in your head until like some situation occurs where
Exactly.
it matches to, and then
Exactly.
that's the TikTok. Yeah. Okay, so let's go on to the next one.
I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. But I'm only human.
So in this case, did you first come up with the sort of narrative and then found the sound that matched, or did you find the sound and then thought like, oh, this is...
So this sound was actually very popular at that time as well. So a lot of people use this sound to like show things that they were kind of like addicted to doing, but they should really not do it, And when I heard this sound, this was the first concept to come into my head. I was like, nah, I have to make this video because I do this a lot. I have like this very sweet neighbor downstairs, and like every time we meet, like no beef, but like I say hi and he does this smile, like every single time. So at some point, like the first few instances, I thought he didn't like me or something, but like at some point I realized that that's just his thing. And then a lot of Dutch people do this, and I was like, okay, this is just a thing. I've done this so much. I do this now, like just like that. Like I don't know, like I just do my face like this. But yeah, I did this. And one thing to also take away from this video was the suspense that was built in the beginning. Like people are like, what smile? I want to know. So they had to like get all the way to the end as well. And then it finally clicked. I did have a lot of people also remake this video, like with my original video next to theirs, to show that this is actually a thing. So like I had like a lot of people make this video as well. And I think one of them that stuck to me was like, this little girl, she was like 15 or so, like she had all her photos, she did only this smile. Like she showed every single one of them, and I was like, whoa, okay. So yeah, definitely, I think a lot of people recognize this, and then also the suspense also definitely helped the algorithm because people watched till the end as well.
Yeah, because it's like your video gets served to more people's For You page if other people watch it until the end, right?
Yes.
So that's why the payoff here is pretty smart.
Definitely. So like the more you, so when you put a video out there, like it's TikTok sends it to like the first 50 people, and if from that 50, let's say 25 watch it, they send it to the next 100, and then 1,000, and then it keeps going until like it gets to millions as well. So like that first 50 people really help your algorithm so much. So like a video like this, like with suspense, like it kind of like gets people like that first 50 to be like, wait, I want to see, you know? So when they watch it, the algorithm pushes it to even more people as well. So that definitely helps.
Yes. All right, I think we have time for one more video, so we can watch it now.
Oh, no, 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 no.
So, so this video, like, I'm Nigerian, and you know, I live in the Netherlands and everything. And I always like make videos about the Netherlands, and I'm like, I also want to like kind of like entertain my Nigerian audience as well, because they would definitely relate. And also like, I know like, you know, I've lived here for a while. I still come late. I was actually late today. Sorry, but
It's fine, yeah.
so like I do realize like how very important like the concept of time is to people in the Netherlands, and you know, being on time is really, you should be on time. I've had so many instances where people where I'm late and they're like, yeah, Hilas or Yammer, like, you know, and I'm like, but I'm here now, like, let's do it. They're like, no, you lost your spot, make a new appointment. So like I did realize how important like the concept of time. Where I'm from, time is just a clock. It does not exist. Like if someone invites you, if a Nigerian invites you to a party, like, and they say 5, please, by all means necessary, do not come by 5. If you come by 5, what happened in this video to me would happen to you. You're gonna help clean, cook, set up, you're gonna do everything. So if they say 5, you should come like, let's say 8. And even by 8, you're still early, trust me. So I had to show that as well, like in this video. And I think a lot of people did, a lot of people really liked this concept of me also showing like my, where I'm from, and also like kind of like merging it to like life here, like, you know, showing the differences as well. So that was really cool.
I think you're also like making a little bit of fun of Dutch people, right?
So the thing is that this country is so small, but like the cultural shock is so huge. Like I always think about it. Like sometimes I'm like, would I ever run out of content? No. Like there's so many things like to share and everything. But I think at the end of the day, like I do like share this in a very funny way, but this is actually like very this is very distinct, and I think like also Dutch people should be really proud of like the differences as well, because like it's such a very small country, but there's like so many different things to like share about this country, which is really crazy, because it could have been like really bland, like nothing to share, it could have just been like a random country, but like there's just so many things. Like we bike a lot, like you could easily like see like different concepts of cheeses and you know, all this lot of things, which is, you know, something to be proud of, and it's cool, and I like to share that as well.
Yeah, and I think also like the way you share this, like it's clear that we don't have to take it like in a really bad way. But I think you also mentioned that when I was talking to you before, that you kind of try to stay on the right side. You can make a joke, but not make it too mean.
Exactly. So so the thing is that like for me, like when I say you need to be relatable, there's also a very thin line with being relatable and being rude. There's a very, very thin line. So that's why I also have like tons of draft, and then I write down so many things just to make sure that I don't just like post like that without like rereading, because someone could like read it the wrong way or something like that. So there's also a very thin line with relatable and rude. So sometimes I would like post I'll post a video and be like, fingers crossed. Like, I really hope I'm not stepping on toes here, but okay. Yeah, at the end of the day, you also need to take risk, you know, but be very mindful. Like, it's 2021. Like, cancel culture is real. Trust me. You don't want to like fall on the bad side of things. So still like check, like just kind of like check your stuff with like maybe friends and be like, yo, what do you think? Or like, you know, just if it's a bit touchy, just kind of like check it, just, you know, send it to people and be like, yo, what do you think or something? Yeah.
Right. I think my last question about this is, like there's a lot of shots and you're like dressing up, like in three or four different outfits. Like how long, it's a 15-second video.
Yeah.
How long does it take you to film this?
So basically, I just kind of like mark what time I'm gonna use for what. So when I'm wearing like one outfit, what I need to do is to make sure that I shoot completely with one outfit before I switch to the next.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of like shoot just like everything. Like I have the script in my head or I write it down, but most of the time I have it in my head. And then I shoot everything like with one outfit. And then I shoot the next with another outfit, like I change. And then I kind of like drag that clip to the right spot.
Right, so then for this 15 seconds, you're maybe
So-
10 minutes of work, 15? How much should I think?
No, I need to
Less?
make
More?
like yeah, for one shot, like sometimes I could take like almost like an hour, like just trying to do one shot. Because like sometimes, I don't know, I watch the video, I'm like, I could do this better, you know? Like you need to get like that facial expression right. You need to be like giving that right vibes. Otherwise people don't really get it or they don't really relate. So yeah, I could just be like remaking a video and I check the time and be like, oh wait, whoa, it's almost an hour. So it could look really simple and it could look like something for 15 seconds as well. But sometimes it takes a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's impressive. All right, I think we have time for a question from the audience. If anyone has a question for Somi, I think we have a microphone as well. Is there anyone? Yes?
I have one.
First question. Thank you for your presentation. It's amazing.
No worries.
How long it took for you to become popular and to find your niche? And second question, have any of your videos were removed by TikTok?
Very good question, actually. So I actually only started making like TikTok content basically around February this year. So I started like posting like random stuff. So this account actually, my niece, she's gonna turn 11 in December. She did download TikTok on my phone, and then I was just going through the app, and I was like, oh, I could do this as well. Like we could all be crazy and everything. So yeah, so I started not too long, like beginning of this year, and then I was just all over the place making random stuff, and I did make my first viral video was I think the video where I was trying to show like how your Dutch pronunciation changes over time. Like me, my first month in the Netherlands, then I say a Dutch word, and then transition from there. And I was like, oh wait, this is actually, you know, like a lot of people are interested in this. So I was like sharing my experiences more and more. It did take me a while to understand that my niche is actually really like sharing like life, not just in the Netherlands, because I did test this out. Like when I went to Germany as well, I was like, let me make a video about Germany. And it did really, really well. I was like, okay, people just do enjoy videos about, you know, different cultures and, you know, life in a new country in general. So I was like, okay, this is definitely my niche. Your other question, what was it? Sorry.
If you ever had a video deleted.
Oh, yeah. So I did actually have about 3 or 4 videos that were marked by the algorithm, but I always appealed and then it got brought back. So I think the latest one was the video that I did a green screen where Nikki Tutorials, she was trying to teach Megan Thee Stallion how to say, what girl? Bleep, in Dutch. So I think the algorithm thought that was like a video of me like trying to make fun of her. But then I did appeal and then the video got brought back. So sometimes, you know, it's a bot, like it's a robot, whatever, that manages the system and everything. So it did think I was trying to like make something rude out of the whole situation. But when you appeal, an actual person checks it and says it's all right. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for all your explanation and showing us, how you make your amazing TikToks.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.